Hey, what's up, YouTube? This video is going to be me ranting about Fiverr and why Fiverr sucks. So, I'm a seller on Fiverr, or I was. I recently retired, and I worked on Fiverr for 6 months, and so I have some experience to talk from, and this is what I experienced. So the first thing I really dislike about Fiverr is that they take 20% of your income. You do a gig for $5, you actually only end up with $4 because Fiverr takes one whole dollar out of that. I think 20% is ridiculous. I think it's unfair. Sure, Fiverr is actually hosting the platform where you're getting customers and you're able to offer your service. Sure, they should get a cut. But 20%? Seriously? Fiverr? What the hell? Come on, man. Like, I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I was Fiverr and I was taking 20% of all these people's hard-earned money. It's ridiculous. That's my opinion, though. I would bring it down to like 15% or something, to be fair. Seriously, 20%. And not only that, after that, you have to pay like taxes and stuff in your own country. So it's even, yeah, screw you, Fiverr. All right, next point is that Fiverr is filled with really scammy and creepy people. As a translator, my gig was I would translate from my language into English and English into my language. Um, and generally, it would be people wanting to translate from English into my language, and those texts would be scammy ass things. Like, if you've ever gone on a site and there's an ad saying, "You've won a MacBook. Click here to claim your free MacBook." Those kinds of things I would be offered to translate. And sometimes I did actually take those offers. I made those people pay double, and I would deliberately put in a few nice little mistakes so that hopefully when these stupid ass people are clicking on these sites and actually believing this, they might notice the little errors in the language and realize that this isn't authentic and that they should leave the site. At least that's my hope, and that was my intention. So hopefully that worked, and not as many stupid people were tricked. But yeah, I actually the creepiest offer that I ever got was this guy who wanted me to work for him on a long-term basis. What he wanted me to do was to go to a Norwegian forum for obese people and pretend to be an obese person, and every week I was supposed to make a little report on the posts that had been written and added to the forum since last week, and then in response I would get a text from him to translate into Norwegian and write as a post in like a thread or multiple threads. This is what the gig was supposed to be. And the thing is, this person was from like Latvia or something. Wait, it's not. Yeah, Lithuania, Lithuania in English. And basically, what he wanted me to do was to convince these fat people to come to his country and take and perform a cheap surgery. And this was the sketchiest thing I've ever heard of. Like, sure, I'm gonna I'm gonna like go rogue on this website, this forum, and prey on these fat people to spend their money to get surgery in a different country. Sure, this I'll do this for you, man. Of course, it goes without saying I did not do this, and yeah, that was so creepy. Um, but yeah, this represents the kind of people who use Fiverr, or the people who purchase things on Fiverr. But I have to say, that's not everyone. I would say around 40% of the offers that I got for translations were of a scammy nature. The rest were legitimate. The rest were fine. They were like, I don't know, like restaurant menus, um, like product descriptions. For some reason I can't really think of them right now. I actually wrote an entire or translated an entire book about erectile dysfunction, which was also like partly scammy because I also translated the sales page, and all the information in the book you could get for free online, and the sales page was so hyped up. It was ridiculous. But yeah, what do you expect? It's a sales page. Um, Other than that, one thing I really dislike about Fiverr is that they seem to want to protect the buyer more than the seller. They do have a nice system which protects both. The way Fiverr works is you order a gig, you pay $5 to Fiverr, and once the gig is delivered by the seller, Fiverr then gives the $5, or rather $4, of course, because they take 20%. They take and they give you $4 once you've delivered. So there's no hustling the buyer and there's no hustling the seller. But there is an issue, the major issue in my case was when I get these scammy ass people wanting me to do a translation, and if I just simply don't want to do it for ethical reasons or whatever, I have to go to the Resolve Center and initiate a resolve or something to cancel the order. And I can't, the order isn't actually canceled until the buyer decides to accept that cancellation. So if the buyer wants to, they could decline. They could decline, and then I would be forced to contact customer service to cancel this gig for this scammy ass person that I don't want to do a gig for. That was something that was incredibly annoying. And if you're watching this right now, Fiverr, please address this issue. This is something I really didn't like when I was working on Fiverr. So that's pretty much the negative stuff I have to say about Fiverr. At the end, I want to mention a few positives. I would say Fiverr is actually great if you live in a less developed country and your currency is really weak or whatever. In that case, the dollars that you're making on Fiverr could actually be quite, I don't know what to say, strong, or yeah, the Fivers could actually be, the dollars could be a lot of money. So in that case, it's actually a good site for those people. If you live in some non-industrialized country or some developing country, it can be awesome for you. And another nice thing about the site is that it generally has a nice design. Simple, clear, nice, simple to use, etc. So that's something that I liked about it. Compared to some other freelance sites that seem to have pretty much the same concept, Fiverr seems to have a superior design. So that's another plus that you get Fiverr. But I would say the cons that I listed before detract so much that it doesn't even matter. So yeah, that was my little rant about Fiverr. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something or whatever. I don't know. Bye bye. Peace out.